Good morning. This is your pre-market analysis for the New York session. It is 7:49 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, June 17th, 2026. Did you notice I just did that backwards? All right. Anyway, looking at the NASDAQ. So here we go. I went ahead and added the levels up above here this time. So this is something different on the charts. If you've been following or watching these videos, you will know I have not had these levels up here for you. So now I'm going to give you a price target. We have a price target of 31,700. This is the area that I am looking at currently if price were to break out to new all-time highs, because our current yearly high is at 31,150 cents. Now, what I am watching currently, though, is price has retraced, right? So the news, the media, all your toxic social media influencers are all going to say, oh my God, the market is dumping. We just gave back all the gains to the market. It's the end of the world. Well, this is a retrace, and look where it's headed. It's headed right here. This is an area of interest for me. I'm interested in this area because we have this gap. That means we have some price action that needs to come down here, fill in this gap here before it can really start to take off. So I wouldn't doubt that it finds support right in this area right here. So I would say somewhere in this area of about 29,979 to this gap here. Could it touch this again? Sure. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say about here. Shoot, I thought that was going to apply. It didn't. There. So 29,715 to 29,979. This would be an area that I'd be looking for a bounce if price continued down. Now, if price continues, let's say it doesn't do this. Let's say it comes down and it doesn't do this bounce that I'm anticipating. Instead, let's say that price just goes down and right through and maybe does one of these and keeps going. Well, then we're going to have to reevaluate and look at our targets, but I would definitely be looking at the prior week low area for support if that were to happen. But this would be a good indication we're going to continue to the downside if we do break below this gap that I had marked out for days now. So going down even farther, we have this gap. This was retested, so the price could even come down to this area about 28,250. So that is one scenario. This is the other. The one that I am kind of leaning towards is we come back down, fill in this gap here, and then continue up. And I'm looking at about 31,712 for the target to the upside. So the key level to watch to see if price is going to either break down or go up would probably be around 29,700 and 500, right in that range. That is your key level to see if we're going to break down or break out. All right. And let's take a look at and by the way, that was MNQ or NQ. I don't know if I forgot to mention that. And looking at Bitcoin quick, um, Bitcoin has done exactly kind of like just what I said it would do, right? So right here, we took our long, off it went. This was the area. I said it would be a good area to start taking profits. That happened. Um, when it pulled back here, you could have bought a little bit more, which I suggested to do. You got that bounce, and there would have been another opportunity. That was about $1,000 pullback, so you could have range traded that right there, about $1,000. And right now, what I'm looking at is price going to find support here and continue to the upside, or are we going to break down and continue down lower? And if we do continue lower, I am looking at this area right here, about 51,297 is the first low that I'd be looking for. If we go ahead and put our magic lines on here, I teach this in the class, guys. I teach this stuff. You can do this yourself. You don't need to depend on me. And that is my goal. That's why I created the classes. Take advantage of them. I made them super cheap, $27 a month, and you can cancel anytime. I mean, come on. It doesn't get any cheaper than that. I know people that paid over $20,000 personally. I I know somebody that may have paid over that amount to learn this kind of stuff and is sharing his knowledge with you guys for like dirt cheap. All right. Right here is the area that I have of interest. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to circle it. This right here, if Bitcoin does break down, is an area of interest because this is the EQ of the range that I just marked out for you. And that would be 56,681. So that is an area of interest if price were to break down. So these two ranges right here, 51.4, 56.6 could be the range for a low if we were to break down. If we do break out to the upside, area that I am interested in is right here. You see how flat that is? This right here is a good place for liquidity to be sitting. So if price were to move back up, this would be an area that I would definitely grab for. And this would be also where we're going to pay attention to whether it's going to use this as resistance and then move down, or is it going to flip it into support. But we will cross that bridge once we get there. So that is all I have for you guys today. Big note, don't forget today, 8:30 a.m., we have retail sales, the US retail sales at 8:30, so expect some volatility then. And then at 2 o'clock is the FOMC. So expect volatility. If you're in some trades just before then, you may want to think about where you're at because price can get a little volatile. So could be a good time to close your trade and wait until you see some direction before you start trading that volatility and trade with caution. All right, guys, that is all I have for you today. Good luck.